Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at your singles love reading for this Pisces season of March of 2023. So, this message is for anyone who identifies as a Gemini. That may be your sun, your moon, your rising, and or your Venus, which is the planet of love, okay? And this is for anyone who is a Gemini, but is not attached to anyone per se in any type of relationship, but who is single and ready to mingle and is trying to manifest the love that you desire, okay? So the message is for you. And in order to do this message, we are going to go ahead and take a look at, we're going to pull your main messages from the Light Seers Tarot, and then we will clarify any messages with Law of Attraction Tarot. And then we're going to pull one card from the Chakra Insight Oracle. And this is just some advice of where you could focus your energy in your body or your mind at this time to come into alignment with the love that you desire, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this message, Gemini. And at this time, I'm going to request all my ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels to please assist me at this time to give messages for the sign of Gemini and all manners of love for any single Geminis that are for their highest good during the season of Pisces in March of 2023. Okay. So we are going to pull a spread of 4. Our first card is going to talk about what is the past of your love life. So this is like your most recent situation. These could manifest as particular patterns, or it could a particular person can show up. So let's see what Gemini has been going through. Okay. So, what could have happened before Gemini in the past was, you could have been in a relationship with someone who was a bit rigid, a little tyrannical, a little selfish in some way, right? Because you got the Emperor in reverse, okay? Now, this person, it was like they went very quickly to trying to establish some type of stability with you, okay? But the stability I'm seeing was not really the kind that you were looking for. Let's go ahead and clarify. Yeah, it was something that actually left you a little bit disappointed and upset, right? It maybe looked like it was, it had a lot of promise in the beginning because maybe you had someone who was a very go-getter, who was a take charge, who was promising you maybe a lot and was promising you maybe the world, and that you guys were going to start a family and have basically these things together. But it left you upset. It left you having to search for greener pastures elsewhere, right? It left you really thinking to yourself with this hermit of like, what the heck went wrong? Like, what happened? You needed at that particular time was to really take a step back. It might have thrown you for a loop. Why these things did not work out, because everything seemed to be going so fast, and it was like it all seemed like it was so much in order. Then all of a sudden, like, things just kind of did not work out, and it did. It left you. It left you a little sad. Okay. Right, it left you sad, and it left you single as a Pringle, right? With this 9 of Pentacles. So it doesn't say like what ended first. Like, I don't know who ended what first, but in any regards, it was something that I feel even gives me like, I don't want to say like abusive vibes, but it was vibes of like, you know, when someone like promises you something and then you realize later on that they're totally not even capable of providing that. It's like someone might have even misspoken in some way, right? And it really chose you to kind of go within and to just be a little bit more self-reliant, right? Because you were so disappointed by this. by this promise, by this expectation of having a home and a family with this person. You could even have a family with them. You could have a child with this person, right? But ultimately, it left you with this lesson of being more self-reliant on this person, or on yourself, sorry, right? So at present, show me Gemini's present love life. Show me Gemini's present love life. All right. Yeah, you're definitely walking away from things, right? You have been through a lot in the past. You're ready to kind of like give up on feeling like burdened about things at this point in time. You're not, it's almost like you kind of want to give up a little bit too. Like, even though you've walked away from it and you might be in the process of healing, like what's happened to you in the past, you sometimes like think about it and you're just like, I thought this was so sure in the past. So you might be feeling like, I don't even know if I can tell if anybody is being truthful or faithful with me, right? And you're just feeling like, I want to just give up. You know that you can't stay where you are and you want to be able to go somewhere, but you want to give up, Gemini. That's like really what I'm picking up. Let me look a little bit at this Nine of Wands in reverse, just to. You're just like finding it. Yeah, you're thinking about all the old stories. You really need to let go of all of these old battles that you've had, right? And you need to kind of follow through on this like Eight of Cups energy and just like kind of walking away from this past disappointment. You gotta let that go. And I think that you know that. You are in a space where you are very much operating in that on that dynamic of searching for your happiness elsewhere and not thinking too much about past regrets or past disappointments. You currently have a very new idea about what you want things to go with the Ace of Swords, right? And you got like, there could even be a fair amount of competition. So that could be like you're competing with other people or vying. So this could look like online dating. This could look like trying to really put yourself out there and trying to like pick up the right suitors, I suppose, right, for yourself at this time. Let's see. But in any regards, you, God, I flew on the other side of the room. But you are feeling, because of this new idea that you have and because of this healing that you've undergone, and you're starting to see like all of these things that are out there, you are really feeling like the Six of, like, you're just like, I'm going to be able to reap the rewards of something. You think that with enough hard work and with the right options and the right situation that you're going to eventually meet someone. So I do see you being quite optimistic really at the end of it, even though you are kind of, even though you're walking away and you're kind of struggling from letting that past go, and that's normal. You're also in, it's like you're, Gemini, you've got this dual mind, right? So on one part of you is harboring on to this resentment in the past. The other part of you is ready to release it. You're ready to start something new, to start involving yourself, like get back into that pool of dating and finding people again. And you're starting to actually like feel kind of optimistic about this, right? That's your current energy right now. I love that for you. Let's see, based on this current energy, what is Gemini's future? Based on the current energy, what is Gemini's likely future, or incoming future, we should say? So you're still going to be looking, like, you're still going to be working on your independence. You're still going to be kind of single, but like in a way, like living a life where you're just, you got something coming, Gemini. You got something coming. You are looking for a person. There is a person in your midst, and this is actually your sign as well, like the Lover's card. So you have worked on your independence, right? You want, You want some love. You might even want to have another baby. We don't know. With the Empress, you're ready to start nurturing something with someone, right? And but you're still thinking about this, like, kind of shoulda, coulda, woulda. You may be feeling like, I don't know if this is like apathy perhaps, but it's kind of like looking at things and wondering, like, why can't you just have what you want? It's like kind of like crying over spilt milk, right? It could also, this Four of Cups could also look like, if you're not careful, you might be missing out on opportunities, right? So don't get too caught up in this, in your Nine of Pentacles energy, right? Where you're being led to like your own independence. It might feel good to be in that, but at the same time, you're still feeling like, man, I'm really missing out on a relationship, right? And I do think that you're kind of caught in between those worlds again. Like you're getting this duality, this dynamic of like, I want to work on my independence and I'm cool with being a free agent, but I also want to be in a relationship and I want to nurture something. So you're like, you could see the benefits of both. You could see the benefits of staying single. You could see the benefits of being in a relationship. And you could, and you definitely not could, like you definitely have people in your mix who want to be involved with you. They want to nourish something with you. And when you do have these opportunities come to you, you might be feeling a little bit like, I don't know, like, what if I choose too soon? Or what if this becomes a repeat? So you're having a lot of like, what if moments, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify. You got a little bit of that devil energy too. You don't know what to choose. You're feeling like you might have people around you also that you're being attracted to for maybe the wrong reasons. It could be like their money. It could be their physicality, right? And you're looking at people for the wrong things. Like, so at this time, because like you got to be careful of operating from, you got to raise your frequency in some way where you're not operating from a base, from like a lower base, okay? Because when you do that, you're not going to attract the person that you want, and you're like ultimately like going to be delaying that. And this is asking you to really plan that, right? To look, we see the devil in the background again here with this Two of Wands, right? This is really asking you to plan very carefully for your future about what you want. Even though you are on the fence about wanting to stay single or wanting to engage in maybe some of the options that you have, you want to be careful of delving into anything that feels like toxic or that feels like not balanced in any way, that turns into an obsession of any way, okay? It's asking you to kind of plan against that. Okay, let's do one more. Take your time with the Knight of, you're going to be thinking to take your time with the Knight of Pentacles, right? So this is like doing things that are tried, steady, and true. Vetting the options that come to you, right? Learning how to temper those passions so that you're looking at things that like that don't make sense just in one way, right? But how does the person that you want incorporate in all of your life, right? And if you're a little bit older and you've got families, like, can you meld your families together? Even if you don't have families, like, can you put your life together with this person, right? So you're thinking about these things, and you really want to not kind of, you like in the future, you're thinking about like not really rushing a decision, to take your time and to not rush into something, right? Plan accordingly for what's about to happen, okay? So what advice do you need to know, Gemini, about your love life? What advice does Gemini need to know about their love life? This has been coming out a lot. The Five of Cups, right? So you could still be feeling the effects of, and I also want to urge you, when you don't operate out of pain, don't find love out of pain. Don't find love out of wanting to get back at someone or having like a vengeful heart, and just like, don't get back at people in that way, because I feel that at the end you're really just like cheating yourself and any type of person who actually had like very good intentions for you that's in your mix, right? So you're getting some negative cards for your advice. Be careful of this energy of being in and out of people, like allowing your passions to kind of overtake you, because I don't think that leads to, like, it might lead to instant gratification, but it doesn't lead to what you want, right? And you got to do your due diligence with the Page of Swords to really discover like what is going to work best for you. Okay, so that's the advice, right, for you to receive the love that you want, right? Don't think too negatively about the past. Don't act in a way where you are sabotaging yourself by following just like your carnal desires in some way. And really do your research to vet the people that are around you, because I do feel like there are going to be people who, because you got a very attractive, magnanimous, I think is the word, like energy, where people might like be flocking to you at this time, right? Because they might see you free, you independent, you got this, you got that, right? But be careful of like using, because that you could be feeling like emboldened and be proud about this, and you could be getting intentions for the wrong reason. So you don't want to like dive into those intentions with people, and it's just like temporary. It's not really for like what you actually want. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a chakra insight oracle. So this last card is just going to help you to focus on something within your mind and your body, a place that you can kind of go to and meditate on, so that you can receive the love that you desire, okay? Or at least increase your chances of that. All right, so show me a chakra that Gemini can be working on at this time. Show me a chakra for Gemini at this time. Show me a chakra for Gemini. So Gemini, you got two. You got your solar chakra, which talks about your gut instincts, okay? So this is asking you to look at your intuition, how you know things, how you sense things, and what do you trust. So I'm thinking this is in regards to really vetting and looking at the people that are around you and seeing like instinctually what and who you can realistically give your time to, okay? But also be honest, right? Because you've got your throat chakra here as well. And it's asking you to really look into honesty, to look at being transparent, to being sincere, to communicating like really what you actually want. Don't fool another person or yourself into believing that you can operate in ways that are not going to be beneficial for either party, and that it's just going to be okay because it's just fun, right? Like, because I feel like you might be fooling yourself with that. So I think you work with your solar chakra, right, which is like the space right here. So you can find meditations to help you kind of activate that solar chakra, so that you can really start going and making decisions based on like what your instincts are, what your gut tells you about a person. And make sure that you're being honest with yourself as well as other people when you are out there, right? When you're out there with other folks, okay? So Gemini, those were your messages for this season, this Pisces season of March of 2023. I hope this helped everyone who watched this. Please comment, like, and subscribe for further content. And please feel free to book me for a personal reading if this did resonate with you. You can find more information in the About section of this channel. So Gemini, have a good night. Love you.